Hi, Michael. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Richie. Thank you very much for taking the time. I appreciate it.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
We're talking about Richie's. Everyone knows Richie is the man from Judas Priest, but Richie's got another band called Elegant Weapons, and your second album is coming out, Evolution. And again, you are working with some major veteran musicians here. I mean, one being the amazing vocalist Ronnie Romero. He's done work with Rainbow, Michael Schenker Group. Dave Rimmer from Uriah Heep on bass, Christopher Williams on drums from Accept. For those that aren't familiar, how did you round up this amazing, talented group for this project?
Well, I'm really lucky. They're great friends of mine, first of all, and I'm lucky that I can get great musicians in the band to make me look better. You know what I mean? I'm just hiding behind all these great musicians. No, but I'm just incredibly fortunate. Davey Rimmer, I've known for over 25 years, and we used to play bars and pubs in the UK. We used to play covers like Mustang Sally and Jeff Beck stuff, and we've known each other for years. Christopher's a great friend of mine, a phenomenal drummer, and Ronnie's the same, and luckily when I called them and asked them to do it, they all accepted. And I think that we're all in other bands, and I think we're all in the same kind of boat, though. We're all in other bands that have been going for a long time, might not be around forever, so let's do our own thing, and then hopefully one day we can kind of take that into the future. And I think we're all of the same mind when it comes to that. But they're incredible musicians. They're great to play with, great to go on tour with, and sometimes that's even more important. They're great to hang with. They're great to hang with and go on the road with, and they're not, some people can be annoying, you know what I mean? But they're great. They're great guys, and I'm blessed. It's true. You're on an airplane and someone's like, snoring or being stupid, but they're great people. So I'm incredibly grateful to have those guys on my team.
Richie, let's be real here. There's got to be at least one guy in the band who snores pretty loudly.
Well, Davey's got a massive nose, so. But I'm not saying it's him, but I'm not saying it's not him either. But,
So you've got all, you're in this band, another band with so many talented musicians. Do you do the bulk of the songwriting, or is this like an equal effort from everybody?
At the moment, I do all of it, but that's just the way it's landed. The first record I put together, it was during COVID, and I got together a bunch of songs that I had floating around and put them together. And this one was kind of the same in the sense that I had some ideas and wrote them and put them together. But it's not like they can't write their own stuff. It's just the kind of the coin has landed that way, But if anyone's got any ideas in the band, they put them forward, and I'm more than happy to say no. No, I'm joking. I'm more than happy to kind of accept them. I'm only kidding. I've always been interested in band dynamic, not a solo band. I like vocalists and guitar players and band dynamics, the way people interact, and
right.
A band is greater than the sum of its parts. I like that dynamic. So, and I think this one is. We're four individuals, but I think we've got a sound, hopefully, that is bigger than the four of us.
Yeah, and you do your sound. You've described the sound as like a mix between your other band Judas Priest and Jimi Hendrix. You've mentioned Black Label Society, maybe a little more groove oriented, and I agree. It has a little more of it's a different groove, I should say.
Priest is more classic metal, but I think at the end of the day, I think we can all have ideas of what we sound like. But at the end of the day, it's up to the people that listen to it. It's up to them. They can get their own influences from it, and it sounds what it sounds like to them, and that's the beauty of it. If people can give it the time of day, then we've done our job.
Now, I'm gonna ask this question. I don't mean it to be like a Sophie's Choice question or anything like that.
Okay, all right.
So when you are writing music, how do you decide if it's, hey, this would be great with Priest, or this would be really great with Elegant Weapons? Is there something about the song that strikes you as being more of an Elegant Weapons song than a Priest song?
Definitely, yeah. There is. If I can describe it, though, that's another thing. But with Elegant Weapons, it's usually like a lower, if you imagine like a Jimi Hendrix kind of Zeppelin-y type riff, a bit more groove-oriented, as you said, whereas Priest, it's a little bit more sharp, chord-oriented, something like Heading Out to the Highway, that type stuff. So it's a different approach. There is some crossover. There is a little bit of crossover. But if it's leaning towards the kind of bluesy, groove-oriented, that's kind of Weapons. And if it's more sharp, more sharp kind of chord like the Sentinel, that's the Priest box. But there's an area in the middle which kind of crosses over. It could go either way.
Have you ever brought out a song, tried it out with either band, like say, for example, tried it out with Judas Priest, didn't really work out, but it worked out great for Elegant Weapons, or vice versa? Maybe you brought something out for Elegant Weapons, you tried it out, didn't work, but then you brought it to Judas Priest, and you're like, okay, there it is.
Yeah, there's a song on the Weapons record called "Come Back to Me," and it's kind of I don't know if it's a ballad or not, but it's a slower song. It's a sentimental song, and we tried it. I think it was on the Invincible Shield sessions, and I tried it with Rob, and it wasn't finished. The "Come Back to Me" chorus has been around. I've had it around for maybe 15 years, and I couldn't find a home for it. I couldn't find a song for it, if that makes sense. I couldn't find a verse or somewhere to put it, and I tried it out with Rob on the Invincible Shield sessions in another format, and we had another verse, and Rob sang the chorus, and for one reason or another, it wasn't working. No one was really drawn to it, no one was really attracted to it. So I kind of moved on with it, put another song around it, found a home for it. I found another verse and another song to put around it, did it with Ronnie, and it worked. It came to life. So we used it with Weapons. But we did try it with Priest. But the room didn't light up, you know what I mean? When you put something, you throw an idea out and the room lights up and everyone says, that's it. That didn't happen. No one was really attracted to it. So I moved on with it, and that happened with Weapons. So that was fortunate. So I'm happy to get that song out after more than 15 years of that chorus being around.
Yeah, it really is all about chemistry.
It really is.
Yeah. And are you guys going to take it out on the road? Because I'm interested to hear your cover of Mustang Sally.
Well, funny you should say that. That's on a B-side. No, I'm joking. Yes, we've always wanted to be a band. Some bands, they put out a record, they're done, one and done, and we never wanted to be that. So we put out a record, we went on tour in Europe, we're putting out our sophomore record, and we want to go on tour as well. So we're with Priest in the summer, and then after that we're looking at opportunities to go on the road, and we would love to bring Weapons to the Elegant. We've got to be careful. We want to bring Weapons to the States. I've got to be careful how I say that.
You can't say that very... Yeah, you got to be specific.
Got to be careful. Yeah, so we want to bring Elegant Weapons to the States maybe sometime after that, and we haven't toured the States yet, so it would be great to do that, so watch this space.
Yeah, I'd love to see this stuff live. I mean, I listened to Bridges Burn last night. That's the new single from the Evolution album, and I'd love to see this stuff live. It has a Pantera feel to it, if I'm fair to say, if that's fair to say.
I think there are moments, yeah. I think that's definitely in the DNA of it. And live is where we live, We love to play live, and we live to play live. So, and that was part of the goal of the band, to play live. And when you play live, these songs, they become different monsters. You form a connection with the songs, and the songs form a connection with the audience, and it just becomes a bigger deal, you know what I mean? They become bigger animals, and so that's what we live for. So we will at some point, and when we do book those shows, we'll let you guys know.
Now, with the minute we have left, and I understand if you're not going to answer this question, but you said that this band will continue after Judas Priest is done, and not like I've noticed anything slowing Judas Priest down, but would that be in the near future? Is there like a timeline there?
I don't have it. I joined the band on a farewell tour, and that was 15 years ago. So if I know anything about those guys, they live for it too. We're doing another record. We're doing another tour this year, and I've seen the cycle. We do a new record, and we get fired up to play live, and then you play live, and you get fired up to do some more tunes in the studio. You do the album, and you get fired up to go out again. So. And they've been doing that for 50 years. So I don't see that changing anytime soon. So, if history tells us anything, is that they're going to be around for a while,
As long as the fire is still there. Yeah, absolutely.
That's right. That's a great name for a record, man. That's killer.
All right, you can have that. I won't even charge you for it.
We'll give you 10%.
Okay. All right. Richie Faulkner, great talking to you, man. Elegant Weapons' new album is coming out, Evolution, April 24th. And I appreciate your time, man. Hopefully you can come over to the States. We can see it live.
Absolutely. Thank you, brother. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.